Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for May the 7th through May the 13th. Excuse me, I'm very hot and I can't put my AC on because it's too loud. It would just make too much noise. So I'm going to just have to be hot. Listen, if you're new to my readings, welcome. I really hope that you stick around to the end because I've got a very special gift for everyone at the end. It's kind of cool, so stick around to the end. This is a general reading, guys. Oh, and also, sorry, I'm so sorry. If you're returning, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. This is a general reading, guys, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Keep it moving. If it's not for you this week, if, you know, maybe part of the reading will resonate with you and some of it won't. Take what you can and leave the rest, and please come back and check out, because maybe the reading will be for you next time. You know, listen, I am on Instant Go, and the link is below. You can ask me questions 24 hours a day, darling. I'm there. So check me out on Instago. It's a fabulous app. I think a lot of YouTubers have it. You can just download the app for free from the App Store. And I don't know if Android has it yet, but I know they will soon if they don't. This is for your sun, moon and rising. If you know your moon and rising, that information will be below. I'm also on Patreon. I have a Patreon page and there's links to that below. Check that out. You know, I do all kinds of posts there just for patrons. It's, you know, it's interesting. Anyway, without further ado, let me go into the astrological report for this week. And Mercury on the 6th and 7th, so you'll probably feel it on Sunday. I'm just recording this on Friday night, actually. It is right now. So the 6th and the 7th, you'll feel it on the 6th, but I think it moves in on the 7th. Mercury moves into a challenging aspect to Pluto. This is about power control, right? Because Mercury is the planet of intellect, of the mind, thinking, communication, and Pluto is the planet of deep spirituality and the underworld, things coming up. So we might, this is about power and control. So we might have some issues. It's just for a couple of days. It's not a very long transit. So we might have some issues in relationships for those couple of days. So, you know, it's going to be, it could be a power battle. And then at the same time, Venus challenges Neptune. Venus, the planet of love and finances, and Neptune, you know, dreamy, ethereal, and, you know, also spiritual, but can be deceitful. So we might have some challenges financially there. Now on the 12th, Mercury is connecting with Uranus. Now, Mercury, as I said before, it's the planet of communication, of the mental realm, of intellect. And Uranus is the planet of sudden happenings, surprises, sometimes shocking, you know, events happening out of the blue. It's a rebel planet. So this could mean that we can have some issues communicating with people. We might say things, blurt things out without thinking. So it's really a good idea to be aware of that and try to breathe before, you know, before you say it. Don't go straight from thought to mouth, you know. It's going to be challenging. Now on the 13th, Mercury moves into Taurus, which is a much better place for Mercury, and it's more grounded and more, you know, slower and more deliberate. Excuse me. Now, I know we finish right, on the 13th, but I have to mention the new moon because although I'll go into more depth next week, but the new moon in Taurus, right, is like so much is happening around the same time. That's why I really want to mention this. So the new moon moves into Taurus. Now, the moon is in its exaltation in Taurus. It loves Taurus. It's nurturing. It's time to, whatever seeds we've planted, it's time to nurture them and allow them to grow. This is a beautiful, beautiful new moon. It's gorgeous. Now, around the same time, or the day after, Uranus moves into Taurus. Now, this is huge. Uranus has like 84-year elliptical cycle, right? And during those 84 years, it goes into each sign. So it's approximately in each sign for 7 years. So it's been in Aries and it's going into Taurus. Now, Uranus is that sudden happenings, it's revolutionary, it's eruptions, it's lightning, right? That's what it is. And Taurus is grounded, so it's not going to be that happy in Taurus. Or, it means that, because Taurus is about the planet, about Earth, something major could happen globally during that time. So it's been in Aries, which is a cardinal sign. It really liked being in Aries, right? It could start things. It could, erupt and sudden changes. And it's been difficult for people with this, with Uranus in Aries. However, now it's going into Taurus. And it's not so happy in Taurus because it's more grounded and it's pulled down, right? So this is about ground. This is about global. This is about the planet. Now, it hasn't, the last time it moved into Taurus, it was in Taurus from 1934 to 1941. Turbulent times, right? This could be, something huge could happen mid-month, or the next few years, something major is happening. Now, Mars is moving around the same time too. Mars is moving out of Capricorn and it moves into Aquarius. Now, Mars has loved Capricorn. It's really enjoyed Capricorn, right? It's been able to start things and finish things, right? Now, Mars is the planet of war, don't forget. And the spark, it starts things, right? It's about action, it's about going forward, but normally it can't finish things, but in Capricorn it could. Well, now it's moving into Aquarius. Darling, it's like, it's going to be all over the place. It's not going to be happy in Aquarius. So, Aquarius is air and Mars is fire, and there could be explosions and eruptions. So be prepared. Normally I wouldn't mention, I'll go into more detail about them, about those aspects next week, because really it is in next week, but I couldn't not mention it because I think we should be prepared for this huge shift in energy. It's major. It's going to be major. Good for some always, and not good for others. So without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for May the 7th through May the 13th. I'm really sorry this is late. It's going out on the 7th. I'm recording it on the 7th. I've had a very hectic weekend, so I'm getting these out as fast as I can. Now stay to the end because I have a gift for you, so wait till the end, guys. Okay, so the first card out for you is the Page of Earth. Now, this is like the Messenger, right? And it's about a manifestation. It's about the material realm. You're getting good news that's going to enrich your life materially. So this is about manifestation. It's about, listen, I always say it could be as little as getting... as finding, money in in a pocket in your jacket hanging up, or in an old handbag that you put aside. It can be as little as that, or you could come into money. You could, hey, as they say in New York, hey, you never know, you could win the lotto. But it could be insurance paying out, it could be money that you're not expecting. This is a payout. And you know, it could be an abundance in some other way, physical, like some help. Somebody could come in and help you in some way or give you a gift. But clarifying it, 2 cards came out, Sagittarius. Now, don't freak out. One is the Death card. The Death just means transformation. It means it's an internal transformation. So this can be letting go of old belief systems. This can be, look, sometimes we hang on to things that aren't good for us. And this is about changes coming and release that change. And you've got the 2 of Cups right here. Makes me feel that you've got this really wonderful, loving opportunity. Now, also, when I first saw this card, and I don't always, it doesn't always come to mind. I'm sorry, I've got something. It doesn't always come to mind immediately when I see this card, but sometimes this card shows up for pregnant women. You know, people that are, women that are about to, or families that are about to have a baby because their life is going to completely change, right? This is like you go from being, you know, you turn into a mother, and then this outside being becomes the center of your universe because they demand it so, right? So your life completely changes. This is a complete change. And either, look, this is a general reading, guys, so just keep that in mind. So this is going to be for some of you. I feel that you're going to have to change the way you view relationships. There's going to be a very big change within you. Now, when you do let things go, because this sometimes can feel painful because you don't want to let things go. You don't want to admit that you're wrong if it's a situation like that. But in order to bring this wonderful love in, right? And to balance emotions and your life in general, you're going to have to let go of something. Now this, as I said, can be a belief system. It can be behaviors. It's definitely a psychological change. It's a shift that you have to make inside. And it's definitely important to change and to let it go. Don't hold on to old belief systems and old paradigms. This is definitely a message to move on and to change internally. This, the 2 of Cups is like the Lover's card again. It's a beautiful, beautiful relationship. So I feel that you can have wonderful relationships if you just change the way you look at things. And you know, this could be a wonderful gift that's coming to you, and may not be physical in terms of, well, it could be, listen, somebody could be having a baby, that's for sure. Some of you may, excuse me, and some of you may be going into a lovely relationship. You know, I don't know, I just got pets too. Somebody could be adopting a pet, I don't know. You know, that came up for me, some of you may. Okay, so the next card up is the 8 of Fire. This is very fast energy coming in for you guys this week. So when the 8 of Fire comes in, it's like wonderful opportunities, but things happen so fast, it's almost like you're in a tailspin, right? You have 2 cards clarifying it, and 1 card is the 9 of Swords. Now, so you must, look, when it gets really busy and it gets really hectic this week, you must not go into the worst case scenario, negative, I can't do it, what's going to happen, everything's going to fall apart. This can be a self-professed prophecy, right? Now, along with it, you've got lots of messages here, Sagittarius. Along with it came the Emperor. So this is saying, look, just make sure that everything is in order, organized. This is like, he's the external organizer. He puts everything in place so things work smoothly. So when this card comes in, it's saying, don't, you know, adhere to social rules, right? and really get everything in order so that you can, because once you're organized, then things kind of move smoothly, even though there's a fast energy going on. And this is look, you're the optimist of the zodiac, Sagittarius. Keep that optimism up front. Don't go down this road of the, worst case scenario, right? Because this is sleepless nights. This is worry and this is fear. And, sometimes we have fear back here, right? Because of change. We're afraid of change. Don't be afraid of change, because it's a wonderful change for you guys. So it's very important to keep a positive mindset. It's the law of attraction, darling. Look, you've seen people in this situation. You've seen people manifest the worry and fear, right? But you, the optimist of the zodiac, really understand that when you are optimistic, then wonderful things, you can invite wonderful things in. Just remember, get organized, declutter. Declutter your space, declutter your house, declutter your work. It's like, so clear the energy out so that wonderful things can come in for you. And then you've got the Empress. I love the Empress, right? So you've got the Emperor and the Empress, right? She's this incredible feminine, sensual, creative, magical, manifesting person. She is, to me, I think that you've got this and she's very creative, right? Now, I'm going to go back to the one that's clarifying it, which is the Devil. Now, the Devil, don't worry, you don't have a devil on your shoulder. The Devil represents too much emphasis and focus on the material, right? As opposed to the spiritual and creative. So what I'm getting here is, don't focus on doing things or taking action just for monetary gain and to gain more things, right? In the manifesting realm, in the material realm. Sorry, I could barely string two words together today. So this is about stepping back, and this is about doing something really creative. When we are being creative, we are channeling divine energy. So when we're channeling divine energy, things do automatically manifest, but we shouldn't be focused and just doing things just for the material things, because look, the material is unimportant. I mean, in the bigger picture, of course, we live in a three-dimensional world, so material things are kind of important to us in a way. But when we're focused on it, we're not really living to our potential. Let me put it that way. So when you are creative, right? And also the Empress is pregnant. I just realized. She's usually pregnant with these brilliant ideas. Some of you may be having a baby. Some of you may be having a baby. Yes, absolutely. And this is about creating, this is the number 3, right? 2 plus 2 getting together can create a third. Now, for some of you, yes, you might be having a baby, and that really does, make sense with the Death card, and it also makes sense with the, the Emperor coming in. So things have to be in place when a baby's coming. You've got to be organized. You've got to make room for that baby. You've got to make sure that you've got everything in gear. But really, really focus spiritually on this new venture. Look, it could be a baby, it could be, it could be a project, it could be something that you're creating, but really focus on the creativity and the wonder of it and the splendor of it, as opposed to the material realm. Because when you're being materialistic, you're really not seeing the wonder and the beauty and the amazing gift that's coming in for you. There's definitely a gift coming in for you. And this could be a baby for some of you, but it can also be a business. It can be a home. It can be a creative project. It can be anything, Sagittarius. So it's kind of exciting. Just remember, keep us, stay in creativity, and you can't go wrong. Now, I am going to pull out a romance card for those of you who are single. And then I'll pull one for those in relationships. Okay. What wonderful message do the romance angels have for single Sagittarians? Single Sagittarius. Oh, gosh, they've got a lot of messages. That was too many. Let's go. What wonderful message do the romance angels have for... Oh, no, not quite. For lovely Sagittarius. Lovely, optimistic. Oh, there it is. Sagittarius. Oh, look at that. This is beautiful. This is worth waiting for, Sagittarius. This is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Oh, this is lovely. So you know it's coming. You just have to be patient and know it. Now we're going to do pull a card for you Sagittarians that are in committed relationships. See what the romance angels have for messages have for you. Oh, there it is. Oh, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Honeymoon means that you're going to go through a honeymoon phase again. This is great. You're falling in love all over again with your lover or husband or wife, and this could mean that a deeper commitment is on the horizon for those of you who haven't tied the knot as of yet. So now, this is your gift, right? I would love you to please take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slowly exhale through your mouth. Think of a number between 0 and 999, including 0 and 999. The very first number that comes in, that's your personal message. Okay, now write that in the description, in the comments below, only on YouTube, and I will give you the meaning, that personal message from the angels to you. Give me some time, because already I'm inundated with I've already posted 7 videos, and so there's a lot of comments that I've got to catch up with. So give me a minute, just check back, okay? Listen, Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, share it on your social media. YouTube doesn't promote these videos like they used to, so every little help, it really helps us YouTubers when you share these videos. And subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.